so freaking bored, nothing to do today. I guess I'll sit around and medicate. I am so freaking bored, nothing to do today. I guess I'll sit around and medicate.
What? Hey, how's it going? Sunday?
Sorry to ruin you guys' show. Matt's back.
Matt's back. Oh, I need a bottle opener. Just go in and just feel misty.
Yeah, that was not mystery. I knew you were reaching for the dick.
Let's skip that. How about a little class? Or you could use your lighter.
You were taking too long, boss. You know, these guys are on a time crunch back here, so...
Okay, you're going to be looking at Honey Orange Triple, something that Jay at Elite Ammunition would probably love.
Pretty light. But all the Belgian beers are.
Oh, I should have turned that off. A Belgian-style ale brewed with wild African honey. Oof. They couldn't even afford the American. Fresh ground.
What the fuck? Seville orange peel. Bottle conditioned, which means its little environment is all happening right here. And it is 10%. And they recommend serving it between 50 and 55. I would think this would be a nice summer beer.
It's probably close to it, seeing so it's literally from the liquor store to the backyard. Well, we smoked. Well, I smoked cigars.
We smoke cigars.
Yeah, that's. There we go.
Perfect. Shit's cold. What is it? 79 degrees.
Your junk is 79 degrees.
I have to find an oven to warm it up in. I get a lot of that orange smell.
Orange, and I am getting the honey, but it's definitely a Belgian influence. Oh, sorry, Ed.
It is a New Belgian.
We actually didn't take long to. Here's how it went. 2 chicks, one licking the other one's nipples. Figured that one was disqualified.
Passed my inspection.
Yeah, I liked it and all. And then I think she was the third choice.
You know, I'm tasting the honey now, but I'm not tasting the orange. Kind of, that was only one small sip, but I'm kind of let down. This reminds me of just like almost a Blue Moon.
Should have left it. See, I am not a fan of Blue Moon.
Yeah.
But
that's what this reminds me of. It's not horrible, but
Blue,
I mean, it's
Blue
not
Moon with twice the
alcohol.
Blue Moon's like, I don't even know if Blue Moon's even 5%.
I think it is.
I wonder if this bitch knows. Hey Google, what is the alcohol percent of Blue Moon beer?
Blue Moon's alcohol by volume is 5.4.
Wow, she knows.
Good job, Google.
This is like leaving the honey on my lips.
Mm-hmm. But I'm not even getting any of the orange. Blue Moon orange, you taste more orange than this.
I'm getting your stereotypical Belgian ale and honey.
Yeah, it's really
African honey,
it's
kind of.
really just.
I mean, not like American honey.
It's definitely Belgian. That's all I'm really getting.
What is so special about? Okay, let's see.
10% though, I do like that.
Oh yeah. Missing out on the club was Cobra saying so. Mr. 27 says here and cheers. And Multi Gunman says, well, fuck. It's too late to even comment now.
He didn't say cheers. He said, where's this cheese at?
Oh, well, sorry. I had a pass on the rest of the cheese. I'm a little afraid about cheese that has a snot-like residue coming off of it.
That's Limburger cheese.
I've never had it like that though.
My grandpa would have ate that shit in a heartbeat. That's not saying much, but I mean, just
insane.
I mean, I did have a few crackers worth.
Yeah. Was it pretty comparable, though, to the stuff you remember?
You know, I want to
Taste,
say
texture?
it's completely different than the stuff my grandpa used to get in the jar.
Mm-hmm.
I have looked, and I don't know if that company exists anymore. This is supposed to be like the real thing. I just would feel better about it if it wasn't like snotty. Okay. First was Matt Davis, saying first. Harmarsh is second or third, according to the views. I'm third, but according to my factual information, you're second. Harmarsh, I have 2 sets of clubs. One set I got from my Uncle Jack. They are a set of Spalding clubs, the old small heads on the driver. Had a set. My other set is Mizano, set from Canada. Tier. I just may give those to my nephew as he's just starting out golfing. Well, today,
Own a bunch for you.
that's it.
Which one?
That.
Mohawk Valley brand.
Yeah.
Limburger pasteurized processed cheese spread.
Where the hell did you find that at?
I'm fucking good with
I
that.
try.
kind of
See,
shit.
it's like anytime I need anything firearm related, I start with NIHAP. I did do a search. I did a search for Limburger cheese, and I looked through all. It was like,
You know what I did? I typed in Limburger cheese in glass jar.
well, the one difference between the stuff that I've been sent and this is that is actually considered a spread,
Yeah.
and these are not. I mean, yeah, if the cracker was just a little, like maybe a Triscuit, you might be able to get it to spread out, but it kind of spreads out like
Thickest
like you're
fucking dried peanut butter you've ever had.
like you're spreading a packing peanut.
Okay.
It starts to like spread and then it just breaks apart. That's kind of like what it did when I. Yeah, so the golfing thing. Because he was there to listen to me bitch. I
that was funny.
actually identified the location in the fucking garage where the golf clubs were, dug my way to them.
When he says dug, I mean he was a goddamn mole digging holes through shit.
I bet you I haven't had those clubs out in 4 years.
I would guess 8 by the look of it. Just being honest.
So long story short, me and Matt we're reliving our adolescence, knocking wiffle balls from my yard across Michelle's yard and into Matt's yard. And then Matt
Got the double fence on both sides, so like you gotta chip it up over good.
Yeah, and the thing is, there's a lot of overhead trees, and I can't say that they all went from my yard to Matt's yard, but we were getting pretty good. He was doing better than me.
Doing pretty good from the start. I missed a few.
He was putting 5 out of 5 probably in a 1 foot circle.
Yeah,
Not bad for a wiffle ball.
End, yeah, at the end, I was fucking dropping them right at your feet.
And Sam, I still have not heard from Sam, but at 11 o'clock last night, she was like, "We're going to do this, right?" J-Dog is here at work. Smile Money says top 10. Harmarsh with the read more button. I used to eat sardines and Limburger cheese along with a glass of whiskey. He gave me a ginger ale.
Oh, that was his glass of whiskey. So his grandpa, I'm guessing.
But my love of smelly foods and spicy foods came from my grandpa. When I worked for Safeway, I tried anything new. If a customer wanted to know how a fruit, cheese, or a meat tasted, they usually called me because I sampled everything new. We sold MREs. I ate a different one every day for 2 weeks.
This guy's got some commitment.
See, I've never actually tried an MRE. I have a legitimate Army issue one from Howard from the bunker. And someone sent me that 2-week supply. And I haven't opened them because I'm like, well, I know it's going to be something edible. Mm-hmm. And if I open one to try it out, I'm just kind of wasting it.
Well, yeah, and even if you don't like it, at least it's giving you nutrition, because I'm sure you're not eating those because you want to eat them as a meal.
Yeah,
you're eating them because you're
I'd like a bag
stuck somewhere without food.
A bag of lasagna.
And you need to fucking eat.
See, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't want to sound like a doom and gloomer, but last night after Christine's show was over, her and John literally sat and talked about this subject for more than 2 hours last night. And they're basically under the opinion that there's two scenarios. Trump legitimately wins, like I know he's going to, and the libtards continue to act like the babies they are and burn stuff down. The election is stolen from Trump, and the people like me and you say enough is enough, and the fucking shooting starts. So either way, it does not look good. So I don't know. Christine made one ultimatum last night when she got off with John. She said, "We do not have enough ammunition." I'm like, well, should we get second jobs so that we can start buying ammo? She goes, I don't know. She goes, all I'm telling you is that I want more ammo for our primary weapons in this house before the election.
I don't have a fraction of what you got, and I feel I'm okay, but that can run out real quick in a fucking gunfight.
That's for sure. I hope it's all wrong. I mean, I don't even want to think about America going that route, because the powers that be, to be honest, that's exactly the plan that people like Obama have, to turn America on itself. Hell, I've been listening to Dr. Savage for decades, and that's exactly what he said. He goes, we should not fear China, Hong Kong, Japan, Russia, anywhere. We need to fear what's going to happen right here, and it's happening. America is being destroyed from within, and that was a prediction that several people, like I said, Savage, made over 20 years ago. Did I finish? Oh yeah, I finished. Gunwild, fifth commenter, bitches. J to lead ammunition. Trump used to give SBA loans to black-owned companies who could not get loans from any other agency. No, I'm serious. I'm glad that people. I'm glad that some of you have listened to or answered my question. Every time I hear someone say, "Hell, I was on Facebook, posted the thing about Dumba from The Wild taking a knee," and I left a message with The Wild on Messenger, and I said, I'm done. I'm disappointed in you. I didn't swear. It was the facts. I've purchased the Center Ice package for 5 years, and I'm done. I said I watch sports to watch sports. If I want to watch fucking politics, I'll turn on the news, or I'll listen to talk radio. And I noticed a whole bunch of people in those threads. Oh, it was done so well, and it's like, eat a dick. Eat a fucking dick. And then there was a lady that made, there was another scenario that happened here in Minnesota, some down south of Stillwater somewhere. Some Muslim lady was harassed by some Aryan bikers. Thank you, Harmarsh. And I noticed a comment in there. This woman said, well, what do you expect is happening in this country when our president is the most racist president in history? I couldn't help it. I left a comment to her. I just said, wow. Brains much? I said, why don't you educate yourself? Look at all that Trump does for the blacks. He beats Obama. If anyone was going to have a whole bunch of black people in his administration, wouldn't you have thought that the first black male, to be president from, another country, he's an American, would have been Trump, and yet that wasn't the case. Obama. Trump is the one. If you go to Wikipedia and look at a fairly, I would say, biased source, Trump has had so many black people in his administration and what he does. So anyone that wants to come to me and say that Trump is a racist, I'm like, fuck, you're obviously listening to CNN.
Well, there's more than CNN. It could be NBC.
Any of the.
It could be pretty much 90% of the mainstream media.
Hey, it could even be Fox. They've been they don't. Well, I can't say that they are the end all of where I get news anymore. You know, Newsmax. You know, a lot of the conservative sites I trust a hell of a lot more. Gunwild, you must really like that cheese if you're willing to risk your life eating that rancid shit.
Oh, I would second that.
Well, you know.
You know what? That's one thing me and Gunwild would definitely agree on.
Well, I didn't want to completely waste it, but I've never had a cheese.
Come
I
on,
mean,
looking.
you saw how it looked in the bag.
Yeah.
It looked like someone had injected.
But it was also warm, so you know that moisture inside is going to kind of melt out. That's my guess of what it was.
Well, I figured when I put it back in the fridge and left it there for a week, maybe it would solidify.
You would hope so, but it doesn't want to. It's not going to. The cheese itself's not going to want to suck that stuff back up.
But then
It sweats out.
as they saw, the whole outside edge of it, because it was soaking in basically water, looked like some kind of alien skin.
Yeah, that's just. I mean, I'm sorry. I don't like that cheese from the start. I mean, I won't touch that shit, especially after what I've been informed.
You should have been here yesterday. You know, the cheese is there, the fan is there. It's sitting out for well over an hour and a half because I was doing some shit before the review. I was doing some.
You told me last night you were grilling.
And then Christine stuck her head down the door. Hey, just wanted to let you know that me and Jen. Holy shit or whatever.
Did you shit your pants?
Did you shit your pants down there?
Yeah, I believe it.
Mr. 27 says ninth bitch biatches.
Biatches.
Mr. 27 then says nice introduction, babe. Then Mr. 27 says brew boob babe nice.
Oh, is that the one where she was standing there and like her tits were kind of hanging out the side of her overalls? Because that one was cute.
You know, I shouldn't have erased it. I shouldn't have deleted it just so I could show you. I never saw what her face looks like, but Girls and Guns put up a video today of a long-haired, nicely chested girl shooting a bow. The camera is you guys, and she's like this, so I'm like...
All the titties shown?
It's like, oh, anybody that really gets in the side boob, that was the shot. Like I said, actually, no, now that I think about it.
Think about it, you'd be crazy.
I do have trash.
Trash is filled with a bunch of fucking hookers.
Yeah, ignore that one, and ignore that one. Here it is.
Dang. I was hoping for more skin, but I tell you what, still very nice.
And who cares about the
target? I was going to say she hit.
Who even cares about the target? That was some side boob action.
Big old side boob.
Here, what's the odds that I can do this backwards? Huh? Oh, pretty good. I should have another beer for that technical advantage.
You know, I'll tell you what, for as much as I'm not overly pleased with this, it's going down fucking good. It's going down quick. How about that? I should say quick, not good. It's going down quick.
Maybe I should.
Of course, we were out in the backyard smacking some golf balls around in the heat, you know.
Maybe I should have picked the other one.
Maybe you should have. We can switch if you need to.
McLean, my finger smells like butt to Eric. Well, I tell you, after grabbing some of the Lindbergh and putting it on the chips, and then I went like this because I had an itch under my nose, I'm like...
You're smelling shit all day.
God, it smells like the toilet paper ripped.
Oh, fucking Eric, you kill me sometimes.
Tardisius, I thought Limburger cheese was named after the first airmail pilot that flew nonstop across the Atlantic. David Brown says, yeah, that's the one.
I don't know where none of that shit came up with their names, but... That's a good one, Tarducius.
Sharky, well, no, Matt. Save my last hi, Matt, for the next time. Damn fine intro, babe.
Hello, Sharky, across the pond.
I think I did tell them to expect to see you today, though, so figured there'd be more
I don't know.
love.
I only watched like half of yesterday's.
I didn't watch any of it.
I shouldn't even say half. I watched, I don't know, maybe 20 minutes, maybe 30, I don't know.
It was longer.
I had my kids, so...
It was Saturday, and if Christine...
Well, you had a bunch of whiskeys, so, I mean, it was a good day.
We could go...
I have my kids, so the only time I was watching your video was when I'd step out for a smoke or I'd fucking pop a squat on the toilet or some shit, you know. I got a few minutes, play.
DFC says 15th. Sharky with the 3 possible answers. And he says, I've had Limburger on toast together with other cheeses. Something sweet and sausage. Nice. It has to be eaten at somebody else's house, though, as I think
As the stink
can stay with you for a while. Oh, shit. I took the stuff completely out of the house. And Christine was almost done doing her show, which was more than 2 hours long, and I walked over and opened up the basement door and was like, oh, God. It still smelled like someone ripped ass right at the top of the stairs.
You know, I've told my story, but it just wouldn't have its whole effect unless I told it to its entirety. But due to people's caution warnings, I'll refrain. Even though I didn't say anything, I don't think I said anything too bad. I just said I would be interested for reviews, but be that as it may. But I tell you what, I got a horrible story with Limburger, and I won't touch the shit.
And Sharky finishes up by saying, a nice dark beer goes well with lots of strong cheeses in my book. And I can say, sounds good, interesting, so good.
So good. I know you like it. Interesting always is good too, though.
Yeah. I think I'm going to go with interesting.
It makes more sense.
Where?
Oh, shit, I need another beer, though. Were we sticking with this one?
I don't know. It's entirely up to you.
I don't care. I mean, I'll drink it, but do I like it?
Yeah, I'm not. Hey, look, a little smiley face.
Yeah, you barely touch yours. Or should we get the other one that I grabbed?
Sure.
It's not nearly as strong, but I mean, we got some other stuff to make up for that.
This is true. Yeah, I think I'll just
All right.
catch up to you and.
Chug that down. I'll go get the. Well, you go ahead and rate it while I grab the other beer.
Good idea. You're sounding like a brew rating professional.
Hey, I do what I can. I'm learning from my master. Well, I shouldn't say you're my master. How about my
mistress? No, that doesn't work either.
My teacher. I can't call you a master. It just sounds wrong. I'm too educated for that.
Crazy Scotsman. They don't like the president because he actually gets stuff done, and that's not the democratic way. They're all about screwing the people. No, Trump went after everything that he promised when he ran, and he tackled it all as fast as he could, with all the opposition from both sides. Can you imagine going to work and everybody there, no matter if it's your friend or your enemy, is against you from completing your job? Yeah.
I would have been like, fuck this, I'm out.
See, that's just it.
Tough to do it in a presidential sitting, spot. But if I had a job like that, why the fuck even try? Of course, again, presidency is totally different because you got a lot of power and try to fucking stop the bullshit from happening.
For him, it's definitely not about the money.
No, I know.
He gave all of his pay as being president back.
Oh, he said that he would before he even got elected. He's not poor. I can understand why he's like, I don't need the money.
No, but to put up with liberals, I would have taken it at least as a perk.
or you know what I probably would have done myself is I would have probably donated it to maybe 10 different causes that I'd seek into or prefer to see get that money. Fuck, maybe even 5 if some of these things need a lot of money. It all depends on what you really care for. But either way, $10,000 or $20,000 for every fund, I mean, that still helps out a lot.
Well, 4 years. It's I don't know the exact
4 years.
amount.
I was thinking year. Sorry, I was thinking for a year.
But the pay is what, $225,000 a year?
225. Fuck. Back when I was because I was thinking of school, it was like 160 a year, 145. a year.
I might even be wrong.
Hey Google, how much does the President of the United States get paid per year?
I thought it was 145. I swear. I mean, it's nice.
Here's
but
a summary
not
from the
a whole
website
lot.
CNBC.com. The president is paid $400,000 a year, plus an extra expense allowance of $50,000 a year, a $100,000 non-taxable travel account, and $19,000 for entertainment.
So that's like 1.8 million for a term. Fuck, that's a lot more than I remember hearing it be.
Well, and he said, no, I'm good. I'm good without it.
Yeah, you could do a lot of change with anything with that. I would have just, like I said, if I had the money he did and you didn't need the money, I would have donated it to whatever cause I wanted to help.
Knowing Trump, I bet one of them for sure would have been some kind of a black fund versus the Aryan Nation.
Yeah.
Like some of these dipshits.
Actually, I think a good part of it would actually be going to save natural resources, stuff like that. That's a good one. I think that's overlooked a lot nowadays, even though we do have
Maybe
ER and
rebuild
stuff like that.
Maybe rebuild Minneapolis and Detroit and Seattle and everything that's been wrecked by the peaceful protesters.
Yeah, fuck that. What's bullshit is that we're gonna get taxed on it now.
Oh, I'm sure we will.
That's just like the Viking Stadium get put up. Yeah, do we want a new one? Yeah, but should you have taxed? Now here's my thing. They were taxing all the smokers. They were taxing everyone, it seemed like. But they were taxing the smokers more than anyone. And that's kind of fucked up. That's singling out people to tax them on. And then, now, the fucking rioters are people that are out of state causing shit in our city. We gotta deal with because our governor's a douchebag and we don't get no funding.
One last one from Sharky. He needs to give his vote, and then we can open up the nitro.
Give my vote. Oh, you already voted? I'm gonna say straight up 5. I don't know if I've got. Well, I might have gone lower than that, but
That's what I gave it.
It really?
Only because of the 10%.
Yeah.
If it wasn't 10%, it would have. Yeah.
I tell you what, I'd still take it over Blue Moon. Nah, I don't know, honestly. Actually, Blue Moon probably tasted even better. The fact it was 10% is what I liked. But the Belgian, I'm not, kind of like you, I'm not a fan of the Belgian styles. I used to like them, when I was like maybe 20-ish. But I don't like them anymore.
Sharky says SH. Thank you.
SH.
Yeah, it's a secret code.
Shaking hands, shaking head.
Means you started the video and ended the video, so it stands for still here. It's a little secret.
I know. I'm sorry. I'm a little slow sometimes. Actually, I do not know any of those fucking little letter TMFs and all those letter abbreviations. I don't do that shit.
I've had to look shit up before. I get texted something, I was like, what the fuck does that
I
mean?
know some of the really common ones because your friends will always fucking send them to you, but I don't know.
Sharky says, too bad we can't ship those T6Bs over to my side of the pond. I need a boat with some proper hidden compartments and the range to cross the Atlantic and sail all the way up to Lake Superior.
I support that.
Oh, you know how awesome that would be?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I support that. Hey, you know what this is already reminding me of? I hope it smells and tastes the same. Boddington's, man. I looked for it. The past couple times I've been to the liquor store now, I cannot find it. One review that we have not done, and I know Eric said he might have, but I have always loved it. Boddington's Pub Ale. I cannot find it anymore. The last like 2 years.
Oh, the yellow can.
Yeah, yellow and black.
I have reviewed
Yellow and black. That is
it's
such a smooth. I wish it was more alcohol, but
it. Yeah, that was about the only thing it
it
was
is
void
so
on.
smooth. So smooth and such a good drink. This reminds me of it right now. Just by pouring it, it's a nitro. Looking at it, smelling it,
Smell it.
it really does. That's reminding me of Boddington's. I hope it tastes very similar.
Smile money. A treatment is not the same as a vaccine. Quote, one of the most inaccurate claims comes from Dr. Stella Emanuel, a Houston primary care physician and minister with a track record of making bizarre medical claims, such as the DNA from space aliens is being used in medical treatment. Are you sure?
You know what though?
The virus.
If they do have any DNA from space aliens, it might not be a bad thing. That might be an upgrade.
This virus has a cure. It's called
Hydroxychloroquine, zinc, and Zithromax. I've also heard with that though, Smile Money, I'm going to agree with you on that, 100%. Other than there's one thing that might help as well, which was CBD. Was it CBD or CBD oil? They said that helps with the inflammation. That's the only thing that does. But that was 4 I heard. Other than the 3 you called out, I agree. I heard the same thing. But some doctors are saying CBD oil for inflammation.
Well, I'll say this. The little makeup of the 3 ingredients that Smile Money has at the bottom of his comment, I have heard that repeatedly from people that I have never met in my life that I would trust with the lives of my family. So I believe in that long before I would ever take some injection that was given to me by the government.
I'll agree with that. Well, and they made it in how long? It's about 3 years to come up with some kind of
Yeah, we don't even
shot that'll help you fight this disease or
we can't even cure the common cold. And
Would they pull it out? 5 to 8 months? Not fucking touching that.
Crazy Scotsman says whiskey.
Hey, I've been waiting for that. Only problem is it was from fucking Scotsman. It was from fucking Scotsman. Not that I hate you, buddy, but I think we got to take one of his whiskeys because it's. Wait, how do you spell it?
Without the E, like always.
Oh, god damn it! Try those open. All right, you pick this one because I got the next one. Or you just want to skip that one and go straight to this.
Yeah, maybe it's. I don't know. Do we want to mix?
Well, not really, but it's the Scotsman, and out of respect, when he calls a whiskey, I try to respect and keep it a whiskey, a Scotch whiskey.
Oh, for God. Okay.
For God, okay.
You do a little essence of Aloma Company.
Ooh, all right.
It's fairly smooth.
Yeah, no, it's.
Wait a second.
It's not bad.
Okay. I had to make sure that under the guise of why we're even doing this, it's spelled correctly.
I'm missing that guy, even though he's a prick sometimes,
Aloma Company?
Oh yeah.
It's always a prick.
Not always. He's all right. If he didn't give me so much shit about my sister, he'd be a lot better of a guy.
That's because everybody loves your sister.
I know. What the fuck happened to the two of us?
Which
Huh?
one do you?
That's what they should answer. What the fuck happened?
You know what we could do?
Me and
These have not been touched by our lips anyway. These were from Jules. Oh, where the fuck is the other one?
Oh boy.
Uh-oh.
And you tried to go pull it out, and that's what you did. Is that the other one over there?
Oh, that one is actually, it does not look very clean. We'll just stick. We'll just stick with what we have
All right,
here.
well, just give me. You know what? I got a shirt. You give me that one. I'll take.
This came from Shelby's bowl.
Well, you know, I mean, alcohol is used to clean things.
I'm not really worried.
Not too worried. We're drinking alcohol.
Fortunately, it's a school night for me.
For you. Hey, I am working at it though. I actually applied for. I found 4 good jobs actually that I applied and I'm interested in.
Prostitute certification manager.
Shit. I would love that if I could get that.
Prostitute certification manager, not renewal.
Just tell me where I can sign up and I will.
Yeah, you don't want to be there for the renewal part.
Cheers. And cheers along with company if you're watching this.
And Scotsman.
Oh, yeah, and Scotsman, good call. Forgot about him. He's the one that told us to take the drink. I just knew we were drinking with along with company. Ooh, that stuff is pretty harsh after the Belgian. Ooh, all right. Oh, you already took a sip. How was this stuff?
Back to reminding me of the other one.
Not quite Boddington's, but it's very similar in a lot of ways. Very smooth.
Actually, it's reminding me also a little bit of, that's kind of funny, Left Hand Brewing Company's Nitro.
It's, you know what? It's, for Boddington's, it reminds me of Boddington's with a little bit lighter of a flavor and more cream, to be honest. It's more creamy.
Smile money. Heart attacks, cancer, diabetes, etc. do not spread from human contact. Come on, you had to know that. I never said anything about being spread by contact. I said how many people they kill a year. So if you're so concerned about how few people are being killed by COVID and how many people are being killed by drunk drivers, heart attacks, and cancer, I said absolutely nothing about how it's spread.
Look, I'm pretty sure we have more murders in the United States than we fucking have of COVID cases.
Oh yeah, that's my point. Never said that it doesn't kill people. On the other hand, you know how many people die each year from water?
How many?
Actually, that was, I used to actually know the number. Hey Google, how many people are killed each year from water?
I don't know, but does that include drownings? And
On the website
murders?
rehydrate.org, they say at least 3 to 4 million people die every year of water-related diseases. Do you want a little more context?
Water-related diseases. Okay, so that's like drinking bad water.
Sorry, I don't understand.
No,
but I found something similar.
No, that we're
Do you
good.
want to know what
Nah.
water is and explain?
No, I'm good. So, but
Sorry, I don't understand.
So
Just shut
basically,
up.
shut the fuck up. So basically, water kills more people every year than COVID, and I guess I could sneeze water on you, so it could be spread that way.
Well, we're still shitting downstream, ain't we? I mean, the shit runs right to our water source.
Oh, yeah. He'll tend to stinky cheese. He'll tend to come on over. I'll save you some.
Ooh.
Got to order up some of the.
Hey, I found some.
Yeah.
I gotta look up where to buy it, but I found it. It's out there. It's out there just for you, boss.
Smile money. Now, where we agree, the medical professionals should not be in the lead of controlling this pandemic. We need an economy. They should be working on ways that we can do as much as possible without spreading the virus. No, NFL, they deserve to be shut down. They didn't close meatpacking plants. They found a way to keep them open. Yeah, I got nothing to argue with Smile Money on that. I know a lot of times he just likes to be the protagonist, and I get it, and I love the fact that
I love the fact that he always finds the rebuttals. I know in his heart there's a lot of shit that he might say that I personally don't think that he 100% agrees with.
Well, I seen him post the shit about the flying squirrels. Well, he didn't call the DNR officer. He fucking posted it straight from the page. You still can't move him. You know, like he will throw shit out because he researches it and he'll fucking throw out an argument.
Flying squirrels. Fucking squirrels.
Well, no, I just remember that post. Like, yeah, he does like to. He likes to provoke. He likes to throw out a different.
It's like like I've always told him, I don't mind to keep this thing working. So you go ahead. You do what you do. Wade, Joey, with a real doll and champagne. I did not need that image in my head. I may have made a comment about Joey and his girlfriend.
Was he fucking getting the blow-up doll drunk with champagne?
Hey, did I ever tell you that story?
No, but I can believe it.
My friend Bob, who, I don't know if you've met Bob, he's local, and his roommate, which is a guy that he graduated from high school with, Don. I'll leave the names out to protect the innocent.
Bob and Don.
Bob came home from work one day, and what I believe was a little bit earlier than normal. And his roommate Don was in the living room screwing a blow-up doll watching a porn movie. And Don looked at Bob, Bob looked at Don, and Don was like, well, I'm already busted, so why stop? Bob went to his room.
Hey, I like that thought, though. It's better than you doing one of the, oh shit, cover up, like, you're already busted, fuck it. We'll talk about this later.
Hey, we'll talk about this over dinner. You just go to your room and listen to Captain Beefheart.
Turn it up pretty loud, please.
That's when,
Betsy? Oh, Betsy!
That's when Bob comes out with some fucking oil. The squeaky sound was pissing me off.
Oh, shit.
Okay, Crazy Scotsman. Went to Walmart the other day. Was a guy standing outside to inform customers that masks are required. I had my shall not comply shirt on, which made this more perfect when I looked him straight in the face and told him I have a medical condition and cannot wear one.
And continue to walk in the store. That's a fist bump to you, Scotty.
Yeah, let's take a knee for Scotsman. No, we're not. We can take one of these for Scotsman. Let's make sure that it doesn't get anywhere near the floor because.
Hey, let me hold it. Let me hold the fan up so it can wave the wind.
Oh, there was that one douchebag that.
Hey, don't fucking drop that. Just kidding.
Actually, that was one of those things you're supposed to stick in the window of your car. Yeah. Okay, Scotsman. High Point is not far from me. I can possibly make some calls if they really want if you really want to try a carbine for Justin. Actually, Scotsman, I'd like 2 of those. I mean, I'm almost at a point where I'd pay full price to get a hold of a 10mm carbine from High Point. No, I'm being completely serious. People rip on the High Points.
They last forever.
The pistols are junk. I mean, let me rephrase. The pistols are not for me. They're big, bulky, the triggers suck.
They weigh 1,000 pounds.
But, as you guys know, we gave one to my brother-in-law kind of as a joke. And I think he said that he was at 50,000 rounds without cleaning it when the firing pin broke. He put it in a box, sent it back to High Point. High Point replaced the sights, replaced the firing pin, cleaned, lubricated the whole gun, went through all of the internals, and sent it back to Michael. And I believe from start to finish it was less than 2 weeks, free of charge.
Well, minus shipping and FFL.
No, because Mike sent it to them. You can. I send stuff directly to Jade Elite Ammunition.
Oh, okay.
If as long as you are now, when it comes back, it requires an adult signature.
Okay.
But if you send,
I didn't know you could do that.
if
but
you
that's
send
cool.
if you send it to them, they can send it back to you. If you ship it through an FFL, they legally have to send it back to an FFL.
Yeah.
So yeah, Michael sent it to them.
I just assumed all of them were FFLs, but no, that's cool. If you can send it to them and they'll send it right back, just adult signature.
So as much Michael has, and I'm telling you right now, Michael, the one time Michael has gone above and beyond on something that we all know as the plus P plus 45 ACP round. When he loads ammo for me, he loads it either to the max or a hair below, never over. But he loaded up a whole shitload of hot stuff.
He makes them pop. I'll tell you what.
And that he absolutely loves that stupid freaking high point. For me, it's mainly about.
It's so heavy.
Yeah.
The trigger sucks, but you know what? You can get past the trigger. I mean, you can, because it's a purpose. You pull the trigger and...
Hey, if I told you that I created a mount that you would never have it fall off the bottom of your truck, but if you needed to reach up and quickly pull it down and have it as a defensive gun, and you wanted to stick...
That's good choice.
A high point? Why not? I mean, you're talking about, I don't know about today, I know things have really changed, but high points were $149 at the gun shop.
They're fucking 10 pounds a piece, though. At least the one I got was, the 45. That thing fucking weighed more than a frying pan. It's basically, you're grabbing...
It's made out of a frying pan.
You're grabbing the frying pan and fucking holding it up. It's like, Jesus Christ, hold on. I gotta brace myself for this shit. It's fucking heavy.
I gotta get a 2x4 between the bottom of my hand and the... Yeah. But the
I would
carbines...
have fun, though, and I would be interested, actually, in one of those.
Everybody that has had a carbine, I had a chance to shoot...
Things.
I had a chance to... a few of our shoot-a-paloozas, guys have brought the 9mm carbines up.
Yeah.
I want to own a 10mm carbine. Scotsman, if they're willing to give you a deal on one and throw one in for Justin's final mission, I would buy one. I absolutely want. I want to buy one.
Shit, depending on the price, I might be interested in another too.
Yeah,
get a package deal.
We might need 3 or 4 of them. I'm telling you, everybody that I know that has purchased one, Jim has. I think Jim has a 9mm and a 10mm high point carbines, and he's like, the only thing that most people say that they would improve on is the trigger. Now, Gunwild has been working with a company that has aftermarket stuff for the... So, Gunwild, do you know if they've made a trigger for it yet or not? I mean, for me, an absolute worst case scenario is I just put it in a box and I send it to John Huber.
No, is there a carbine? Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Is there a carbine really heavy too, though?
Oh, it wasn't bad.
Okay.
It's I would say imagine the body of your 45, but with the typical rail and stock on it. No, I didn't go, whoa, this thing's ridiculously heavy. I would say it was, kind of imagine the BB gun with just a little bit more weight. The weight of the pistol, the main body added that.
No, that's fine. I just, like I said, their pistol, I had one, and I mean, that thing, you know what? Hey, I won't lie, I had fun going out and shooting it, and after doing some reviews, I was really surprised at just watching video after video of like shit they could take. But when you can sell it for double what you got it for.
Did you see Iraq veterans? They took a 40 cal and turned it into a 10mm, and then they just shot it and shot it and shot it and shot it until they were wearing fucking welding gloves.
Yeah, because it was so hot.
And it kept going.
I haven't seen that for the high point. I've seen many videos of those. Probably the same guys doing that.
Believe it or not, they welded a bolt in the end of the barrel, and it still shot the bolt out of the way, and it didn't blow the gun up.
Really?
I don't know if Eric ever killed that pistol.
and you're talking about people that hand you mag after magazine after. You know what I really love, Smile Money, about the High Point? The magazine disconnect. You unscrew the grip, tilt it on its side, and a bar falls out of it and lands on your feet on the ground. You tilt it back over and put the grip back on, and the magazine disconnect is gone. It was just this little squiggly piece of metal that went from, it touched the magazine, and it was like, talk about the easiest thing to circumvent.
So, no, realistically, I mean, I would say that's probably the most affordable, realistic home defense gun ever. What would you think? Granted, the weight and all that stuff, but I mean, it's cheap. It's almost accessible by anybody for the price, and it's gonna last. It's gonna last for fucking ever.
You know, I jokingly said this. You know, it's the number one scenario for a High Point.
That's good to get rid of. But that's
Kaploosh.
I mean, people can argue with me. That's my question. I would say, just thinking about it, that's got to be the most. That would be what I would want for a home defender. Because you know what, the guns I have aren't crazy, ridiculous expensive, but you're still looking at $1,000.
I don't know if I'd want to carry it, but
That's what I'm saying. I wouldn't carry it, but for a home defense,
if you had a righteous shoot and the cop says, I'm going to have to keep this,
I would get rid of the High Point any day of the week over fucking my other guns.
You want to hand your pride and joy to the cop, or go, yeah, here's my High Point. You go ahead and process that. I'll get that back later.
They're going to come back and say, hey, I want your other gun because that shit don't line up. That's the only problem with that. That's the only problem.
I mean, what if you actually use the High Point?
Oh, then fuck yeah, here's the High Point. That's what I'm saying. I would use the High Point any day. It's way cheaper. We're talking 1/5 of the price, less than 1/5 of the price of my other guns.
The cop goes, you know what? That's cool. We don't need to take it.
This is just garbage. You might as well just throw that out.
Or like you said, thinking that you're covering up and you don't want them to take your, like, say, $3,000 FN 5.7, and
you give them that. And
they do the ballistics.
The other shit.
They do the ballistics, and it comes back. It turns out that you actually did use your High Point. Yeah, we don't want this taking up space in our locker. You can have it back.
That would be cool.
No, I'm not going to argue with you at all. I would, for the price.
It fucking shoots.
For the price.
Shoots.
What David Brown just paid for his Primo Smith & Wesson 1911, if you took that same money and just kept buying High Points until you're out of money, I got one under my couch. I got one behind Grandma and Grandpa on my
cereal box.
I got one in my cereal box.
Fucking one behind the toilet or in
the tank of the toilet. Yeah, I was about to say the same thing.
Shit, my medicine cabinet just in case they figured it's gonna be there.
Fucking art on the wall. Yeah. Wow, that looks real. Yeah, I know.
It is, bitch.
it is. Get the fuck out. No, shit, no. Oh, okay. This is where Knife Point is a little bit disgusted, because we discussed a funny video series, and I will admit High Point. I will admit it was supposed to involve the High Point, and I dropped the ball, and I really should have done it. Especially this was all the way back when I had the big fish tank in the dining room. I so wanted to have the High Point
just in the water.
In the water, with bubbles coming out the barrel. I was gonna actually put the tube up in it so that it looked like a fish tank toy.
Yeah.
But if you think about it,
it'll still fire. I watched him sit in fucking swamp for a couple weeks. Live ammo, fucking pull it out and boom.
I can guarantee you this. If you took a 45 High Point, put it in my fish tank, put an oxygen or the hose from the pump up to it, and it had bubbles coming out of it as a funny thing in your tank, and if shit went bad, I have a magazine right there on the shelf. Reach down into that tank with a fucking thing that's just put a mag in it. I would not stand in front of it.
Guarantee you. I agree. And the funny thing is, it's a high point. And I remember when you sold me that one and you fucking laughed your ass off.
Yeah, dick.
Hey. That got me on my way to my next one, though. That's a lot nicer.
Yeah, it's talk about gun flipping. You know, first of all, how the fuck he finds somebody that doesn't know the actual cost of shit?
It's not hard. You go down the bar.
Probably because they'd never be able to buy it anywhere else. But thankfully...
No, actually, this guy could. This guy could. I know he could.
Thankfully, in the state of Minnesota, it really doesn't matter. I mean, I don't care what anyone wants to say. They'll call it loopholes, whatever. I could go right now up to dead on, buy a gun, come home and go, I'm having buyer's remorse, and then legally turn around and just hand it to you and sell it.
Your wife might say, "Hey, you didn't pay rent this month, did ya? How the fuck are we gonna pay?" Oh shit! I just bought this gun. Maybe I fucked up. That's why I had so much extra money. I'll just sell it. Don't worry. Yeah, I get it. Buyer's remorse, or hey, oops, I fucked up.
But that's not every state. That's not every state. I remember when I bought the 10mm Sig from Ed. He goes, I'll get down to my FFL and get that out to you. And I go, don't worry about it, Ed. You're gonna be here in 3 months. Just bring it with you. I can't. What do you mean you can't? It's on my Floyd card. Well, what
Floyd card?
Floyd, Illinois. Illinois. I mean, people like. Long story short, if the Gestapo kicked down Ed's door, opened up the safe, and they'd go, according to your paperwork, you're missing a Sig Sauer P220 Hunter. Where is it? Well, I sold it to a friend of mine.
You can't do this.
Come with us. See, in Minnesota, we don't have to deal. I mean, literally right now, I'd be like, hey Matt, here, you can have this, or I'll sell it to you for $5. I mean, if you want to.
Is that a real little 22?
No, this is 9mm.
9mm? Let me see this.
The magazine is sitting right here.
I did not know this was real. I always thought this was a fake.
Yeah, here.
I was looking at this and it looked a lot smaller than what it was. Honestly, I thought it was a little like 22 if it was real. No shit, man.
Talk about hiding shit in plain sight, huh?
Well,
this is just 1 second away from.
All right. In my defense, that bitch had about. I just wiped it out with my fingers. It had about a fucking quarter inch plus of dust all over that thing.
Well, yeah, it's been sitting here. I bet you this has not moved in 2 years.
I believe it.
And now I just.
I'm surprised you didn't crack the TV with that.
I killed my Y2K bug with them around.
We gotta maybe. We're at about an hour, so we might want to finish these comments and hope someone calls out more whiskey. Because I brought one other thing over to sample. Lately, I've been getting Scotch whiskeys because I know that's what Eric seems to prefer. But today, I figured I want to see if there is really a difference on more expensive bourbon whiskey than just the bourbon whiskey I'm used to.
Oh, I do have one, a very expensive one.
Which one's that? The Cavalier?
The one from Jules.
Yes. Oh, I know. I tried that. That was good. No, I do like that.
Okay, let's rifle through these. Stephen Bush says, I want to hold your butt. Well, actually, he might just say butt. Stephen says, I think the Pocky chips have always been that crunchy.
The Pocky chips?
Right.
Which one's the Pocky chips?
I bought some. We were an impulse thing.
Are those the ones that are like rolled up in like a little circle?
No, it looks like a Dorito.
Okay.
But I normally buy them from Walmart. They're awesome. They're hot. They're legitimately hot.
If they're more crunchy, I'd be interested to try them because that's what those are my munchies, man. I
got it upstairs.
Stuff. Not sugar.
It was extremely corn chippy.
Yep.
Like I remember the Pocky chips being like a Dorito, and these are thick. I mean,
Yeah.
but they're up. Yeah, you can try them. David Brown says, "I put my pants on for this bullfuck." Sorry.
Hey, Dave. Grandma finally finished the last book. Thank you for that. I got something for you too, but get it to you when I get it to you.
Not to mention the other thing.
What other thing? You're probably thinking of the other thing.
This thing.
Oh no, I don't know what.
Well,
Oh yeah.
kind of a contributor.
Yeah. That's what I was talking about. But I got another thing in mind too. We'll talk.
Kind of thing.
We'll talk.
Mike says, "Here, cheers." Mike says, "I would love to have some of Jay's T6B ammo in 5.6223. Yeah.
I seen this video too. I want some fucking for my bigger guns.
Oh, yeah. Hey, Jay, can you make that in 7.62 by 51?
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh my God! If this round will go through a bulletproof vest at 100 yards and in, what if the same projectile was being pushed by a 308?
That's what I want to find out, Jay.
Jay, we love you.
I would also take some in 10 mil too. Honestly, I mean.
Oh God. Oh, yeah, you saw this, didn't you?
Which one? I might have.
This was because of.
And I'm just being honest, honestly, not joking. That'd be awesome to see in fucking 10 mil or my 308s. Oh yeah, I seen this pretty little thing. You know what that reminds me of?
Nipples.
Yeah. Little booby. What size is this?
357 Magnum.
357, okay.
I ordered 44 Magnum. It took me like 12 links. Sold out. Out of stock. I'm like, oh my God. I finally found a company that made the Lever Revolution cartridges. And believe it or not, I paid $21 for 44 Magnum. And with shipping, it was a 225 grain. And with shipping, I could be wrong. I'll wait until it gets here and double check that. But $21 for 50 rounds. Shipped. The shipping sucked. $21 for the rounds. $14 for the shipping.
I was gonna say just as much for the shipping, probably.
But I want that so badly for this guy.
Oh, you did decide to carry it because you're not working, I bet. But that's okay.
I'm actually considering carrying this tomorrow at work.
Yeah, you were talking about it. Hey, you know what, though? Honestly, here's my thought. I wouldn't. That's a beautiful fucking gun, dude. I don't...
Well, as you know, it's loaded.
I don't know if I'd be able to take this thing to fucking work. And I saw the little video of you talking about beveling this. You know what, though? I'm going to be honest. I'd bevel it a little bit more right there.
You should have. It should have a big gap. You should be able to see the frame all the way around.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I would bevel it
actually
right there on the edge, just a hair.
Do a John Solar. I have a company sending me grips.
Oh, badass! Here, take this thing. That fucking. You know what that reminds me of?
Huh?
My old High Point. No, that fucker's heavy, dude. That's a small little snub nose. That bitch is heavy.
Jesus Christ. Do not put Smith & Wesson.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean it like that. I mean, it's a much nicer gun. I'm just talking about the weight. I feel like I can't carry it this way for long.
Hell, if I handed it to you and then you gave it back to me and I handed it to you again with the 6 rounds in it, you'd go, is this a different gun if your eyes were closed?
Yeah.
Just adding the ammo to it makes it heavy.
No, it's a heavy little piece.
I'm pretty sure though.
That's a six round?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure it's going back to dead on. $160. Dusty said he would do a trigger job.
Oh yeah, you were telling me that last weekend, I think.
Yeah, I think I have to have that.
Hey, you got a battery on the floor here. That's not just a cheap battery.
It's a
specialty.
It's almost 7 pounds double action. but it's 3 pounds. It's just under 3 pounds on single action. Now you compare that with that Uberti. I had you dry fire that, didn't I?
Oh yeah, fucking.
Like, oh my, it's like
Fucking wind, the wind blows and that bitch is fucking shooting.
yeah. I think, I will carry this. I mean, that's why I'd like to get a little bit better holster for it. But I mean, I want this as a shooting gun, and a 3-pound trigger on a Smith & Wesson revolver is just a tad bit too heavy for me.
I know this amazing leather worker that I would love to, if I had the money, I would love to buy you a holster for that.
Locally?
He's in Minnesota.
Because he's probably going to have to have the gun.
But I tell you what, a disc bag though, a fucking disc bag, this guy's charging $7,500 for the work he did. Just from the, well, it was, how about this? It also went to, not the state fair, but basically like a kind of a fair for leatherwork, and fucking won awards. I mean, this guy's leatherwork is astronomical. I'm gonna try to find it real quick for you. You can carry on if you want to read.
All right. Hops and Lead. Steve says that the T20 Pro has more lumens and the USB charging option. See, I did not see that, Steve. Thank you. And he made that. Cobra says placeholder. David Brown says Cobra is dead nuts on 10mm carbine.
I'd like to try one.
I agree. I mean, for the price of an AR right now, I could buy me and Matt a high point carbine.
For what? For the price of what?
The price of doing an AR right now, I could buy 2. I could buy 2 high points.
What are they, like 400?
One, $279 is what they used to be.
Oh, so they're even cheaper than that. Well, that's a fucking cheap build, but...
No, I'm saying 2 of those equals 1 AR.
Yeah, but a cheap AR build is what I'm saying.
Yeah. Well, that was yesterday, too, thanks to all the bullshit going on. I don't know if you can still get one. Let's see. I don't know where I'm at right now. To find the.
Oh, you're looking up the carbine.
Oh God!
I swear I have seen one.
Oh,
before,
they got a white. They got a white camo. Oh, that is sweet. I like the white camo.
All right, here, check this out. I'm gonna pull up this guy's thing. Now, as much as I like disc golfing, I would never spend this on a disc golf bag, and he probably would even say that it's, oh, he's asking $7,400, but this was it was an award-winning bag that he bought for himself, or not bought, he made for himself. So here, he obviously must like Star Wars.
Holy shit!
But that's actually a picture of him, Yoda, R2-D2. Like, dude, this guy is fucking amazing with leather. I'm gonna show the viewers because you're not gonna believe it until you see it. Oh shit! I just backed out real quick. It takes 2 seconds. I'll pull it back up. But he does custom work, and like if you look at some of his prices, like on a hat, $15. He's not really. Most of his pieces aren't crazy expensive. That one was an award-winning.
Well, Jesus God. You're talking about being able to carve into leather and make it look like you painted it.
Oh, he did, though. Oh, shit, I gotta back out here. Alright, so I'll just give you the best picture they have of the backpack. Right there. He carved that into leather. That's obviously a Star Wars theme. He must like it. But the guy with the big beard, that's actually the guy that does this work. And he is from the Twin Cities area. I found him because I am on the Twin Cities, when I used to live down there, the disc golf page. And he put that up on the page to see if anyone was interested.
That's what it looks like?
The best price that I can find right now is $319.
Yeah. So
It was $279.
well, that still ain't too much more, but yeah, for that gun, that don't look.
It's adjustable for length of pull. It's adjustable for the cheek riser. I mean, I've never seen one up close, but I'm assuming that you can easily put a red dot on there, and it probably co-witnesses with those
Oh,
sights.
I'm sure. Yeah.
It's
If not, take those fucking sights right off.
Yeah, hell yeah, Scotsman. We need to talk about that. At this moment in time, we might need 3 of them.
You know, I'm interested, but I still gotta find a Glock. You know what? Actually, because I need a Glock because I got the MCK and I really want that setup. Surprisingly, fuck off anyone who doesn't like it. Well, no, but I got my MCK coming in a couple days, within a week. I've been waiting for a while. I got the red dot. I need to get a Glock, so I might be having to sell. I might sell my 45 actually.
Either that, or I could trade you a G19 for a high point. I can't believe I'd actually
Trade me for a high point? I don't want a high point. I need a.
No, I want
for that high point. Okay, I'd maybe be I'd be more willing to do that. I don't want to have to sell my 45 because
I don't want you to sell your 45.
Well, you know the problem is my 45. I got like fucking 10 times the amount of ammo for that over anything other than my 22. Because a box of 22 ammo, you get like 500 for $10. So it's like I got a lot of 22 ammo and a lot of 45 ammo. But I would even throw in a little bonus if I want a G23 because I want the 40 cal and I do have ammo for that. But if I don't have the ammo for it because it's not a G23, I'd be willing to throw that into a barter too if anyone's interested.
Not happy. Gunwell says rock on.
I think actually my 40 cal ammo too is also hollow point with hex head cuts on it.
Oh my god.
The little shrapnel makers.
Have I showed you my 40 cal ammo collection?
No.
I'm
sure I've seen
if
some.
the war comes, I'm going to have to carry I have 3 40 cal pistols right now. 5 40 cal pistols. Thanks to Scott, Mr. Holster. He goes, I don't have anything chambered in 40 anymore, so I want you to have this. Okay. I look over and he's sliding me a box bigger than that. And I was just like, okay, so I'm going to open it up and be like 2 or 3 boxes. And I'm like, went to lift it. I'm like, holy shit.
This is fucking 300 pounds of ammo.
And it's all like fucking carry stuff. It's all hollow points and stuff. And I was like,
it's not the fucking regular just lead ball.
Gunwild says the idea of roasting sounds like a good idea, but what if the guest doesn't show up? I'm talking to you, Matt.
Gunwild, fucking bring it. You know what? I get roasted all the time, whether I'm here or not. I might not be the smartest feller, but I'll tell you what. I like to have a good time with you boys.
It may have been born at night, but it worked last night.
And I ain't a complete dummy. And you know what? You do offend me and I do fuck up. I'll take it in stride because you know what? That's just who I am.
EMT Rail Friends says side boob and those boob
Booties.
Booties. And I can say to him, a little smiley face with the tongue hanging out, which I'm leaning towards right now, and I don't even know what the other two are.
I agree with that. I mean,
The
if you look
best.
at those letters, that says boyots. Boyots. I don't know if I want to like stick my tongue in a boyot.
Well, I think he's making titties right there.
Oh yeah, yeah. Stick your tongue all right up in it.
Yeah, we'll just give him the tongue hanging out. Gunwild said, boobies. We gotta give him a thumbs up to that. And the last comment is Gunwild saying, speaking of high point carbines, I'm working on a video where I replace the polymer rails with aluminum, and it's different than anything we have seen on that rifle.
That does seem interesting.
Yeah, he found a company that has gone full in on aftermarket stuff for the High Point, and it's about fucking time. So I gotta talk to Jeff. If I can replace the trigger,
That's
in
biggest
that
thing with High Point. Besides the weight, but I mean that's the gun.
Okay, so we better hope someone says whiskey in the
Fuck
club.
it. Let's just open it up. Well, we can, but I'll. So I said I'd go get something a little bit better. I'm going with the bourbon because that's what I prefer. I got something called Blood Oath, a Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey, finished in cognac barrels. And I didn't want to spend $200, but I didn't want to go cheap. I wanted to go above a little bit above, Booker's. That stuff is really strong. Don't taste that great. But this right here, why don't you go ahead and fill in on the details? You can read it.
Blood Oath. Bourbon whiskey finished in cognac barrels. 49.3%, 98.6 proof.
So just under 100. Not too shabby.
Blood Oath. Let's see. It's always quicker when she's got a zipper. That's kind of a weird cork.
What's that? Oh, yeah. I looked at it. I didn't know that was necessarily a cork. I thought it was a weird shaped bottle top, but yeah. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking it smells like bourbon.
Well, it should. Oh,
You want the big?
I wasn't going to go crazy. I mean, we can do a shot. I'll sip it. I'll sip it.
I'm a little scared right now.
A little scared? What? Girl hair on your chest?
I'm a little scared. Yeah. I actually asked Christine
Let me smell this.
if she would like it if I could drink something that alleviated that. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, man. You know what?
Want some?
No.
Want to get in on this?
This actually smells kind of like that alcohol shit you were talking about yesterday. No, you know what's funny? I was out on my porch. I was doing some painting, and I went out there, and my aunt and uncle showed up. And she asked me, so who waxes your chest, Matt? I looked at her, and she goes, oh, do you shave? No. I'm bald as a fucking baby's ass.
You do not want. Trust me.
The funny thing is,
I
though,
lost a bet once.
the funny thing is though, every other part of me is fucking hairy as hell. My belly, my chest, fucking bald as shit. But arms are fucking super hairy. My legs are super hairy. Everything's just hairy. But my chest, and she didn't believe me. My aunt thought I waxed.
Why would anybody wax their chest?
I'm like, you know how much that would fucking hurt?
Well, initially, who cares about that? It goes on for days. It's like going, oh my god, oh, as it starts to grow back in, and it starts
It's
touching.
gonna itch, I would guess.
It starts touching your shirt.
It would itch like a son of a gun.
Yeah, see,
Well, you must have shaved before, huh?
well, we had a drinking.
We had a dare.
We had a dare. and me and another guy lost.
Yep.
And we ended up shaving with a relatively sharp, I will say it was a really sharp steak knife. But I ended up
fucking steak knife?
shaving my chest with a steak knife. And then someone who I'd normally call a friend, but for like about an hour and a half he was known as the asshole.
enemy?
Ran into the room with a rag covered in rubbing alcohol and against my chest. It was like,
Feel that burn.
but I would say it probably took a good 4 or 5 days.
Hey, do you want me to go get the bug zapper?
Just got him. 4 or 5 days before it wasn't to the point where you're like going, every time I moved, it would rub against my, I was like going, oh, never again. No, never again.
Yeah, I won't do that.
You know, Christine's like going, if you could, no, I'm not going to do it. If you want to, like, trim the Neverlands, go right ahead. But not going to do that again.
Oh, that's a good one, man. All right, I'm not gonna chug this whole thing down because
No.
it's the first sip. I'm just gonna I'm gonna take a sip and sample it.
I'm gonna imagine that we put it in a better glass.
Well, you know what? It came out really harsh, but it's not that harsh. You know what I mean? It didn't burn like I thought it was going to. It tastes stronger than what it is, I think.
I was gonna say at first I got nothing at all, and then it kind of came in with the bourbon. Yeah, this is actually relatively smooth.
Well, I took a little sip, and when it hit my mouth, instantly I thought, oh, this is going to be torture. Like, I just literally spent $110 on this shit. It has a very strong taste, like the alcohol's like 60-70%, but it goes down real smooth.
Yeah, you can just smell that corn.
Fucking kerosene.
The corn, and you can really smell the oak cask that it was sitting in.
I wonder if it's the cognac that makes it fucking so smooth, though. Honestly, like it.
Yeah,
It's got a good flavor.
I honestly didn't have shit at first. I've had it where as soon as it hit your tongue, you're like, "This is gonna hurt." Ready yourself.
Yeah.
Maybe. Wait, he's on your nose.
Hey, I'll get the fucking bug zapper if that's the case.
I don't even know where they come from. I guess down here it could be empty beer bottles and shit, but man, they piss me off. DFC Lindberger juice, laugh out loud. One of the nastiest things I've ever seen. Gunwild. Drinking on a school night again? Cheers all. We can say enjoy. Always. Rock on.
Well, really, you're gonna go with rock on because
Well,
you always do always.
Yeah, but he hit us with rock on a moment ago.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So
Gotcha.
I gotta hit him back.
Well, usually a Sunday school night for you is usually a video.
J-Dog says, Heart Club, Mr. Holster. Cobra, careful. That little horn will smell like Limburger cheese breath for a month. Oh yeah, I can actually do that now because Christine is not recording. Or maybe not.
What? No, don't fucking look at me.
The bugle.
No.
It's really fucking loud. Cobra says, cheers, Two-Hearted Ed Clubbers and Sunny Slopers. Hashtag Justin's Final Mission.
Hashtag never forget. Hashtag be like it.
Cobra, 38-minute and 40-second mark equals $5, but I'll put it on Smile Money's tab. Thank you.
Good man he is.
Jay, the lead ammunition. A request for the link appeared and went away. Fucking YouTube. Well, I got a link in the description box. Well, I don't know which one you're talking about, but for you, I've got the link in the videos, and there'll be another one again today. Guys, if you are interested in making sure that nobody, and I mean nobody, is wearing anything that will make it to your door, Jay has offered this up for this group. When they're gone, and they are only being offered through the exclusive link that is right down below in the description box.
The only problem is, I'm one of those guys that you were talking about. Probably everyone on the show has one. I don't have a 5.56.
Wow.
Well, that's because, remember, the first gun,
Yeah,
you were like, you're going to make, Matt, I'm going to help you out here, and I'm going to help you out. I'll get you lower, and and we'll build it from there. I'm like, oh, that's great. And then you're showing the 5.56. I'm like, can't do it. I want something I'm going to hunt with and like take down anything.
Well, don't worry.
I had to go with.
If the world ever does get weird, I got plenty of things though.
Well, I get that.
Possibly.
I get that. I'm just saying, I myself, I don't have a 5.56. or the 223.
Well, if I had to give up one, I would give up the 5.56 before I'd ever give up my JP.
No, I agree. You'd rather fucking hit them from far out than close range.
Fuck yeah, I would just vote from the rooftops.
Hey, you know what? I might not be as experienced in all the guns and shooting as some, but I tell you what, I've got some goddamn good strategies. I've played Call of Duty for now a good decade.
I don't care what anyone right now is saying. You know, they took, and here's proof in the pudding. Was it NASCAR or was it Indy cars? They found the top 10 rated gamers, and they put them in real cars, and they fucking performed to that level. As a matter of fact, one of the gamers that they put behind the wheel is now professionally behind the wheel.
Oh, I believe it. Well, you could spend, literally a lot of these people have spent hundreds, if not thousands of hours on these games. Back in the day on Call of Duty, no joke, I was ranked 4th in the world. Now I don't have time to do that. I used to have an overnight gig I could literally work, and I was getting paid 10 hours a night to play video games. I can't do that no more. But I still play with my old crew, and fuck, I mean, it's all about your strategy.
Oh, heck yeah. I mean,
nowadays they got the new World at War, and that's it, sitting on the fucking tops, man. You go to those rooftops, and you just sit there with your snipers. Ain't no one getting close to you. Even if they do, you're on top.
Hey, I told you I had that weird dream that I had like shortly after The Walking Dead came out. If the world turned upside down, it was me, Jim, Hornet Fixer, and Christine. And because Christine has to have her thyroid medication, you know, if the world stops, there's people that they have to have these meds or you're gonna die. And I remember the dream was weird because it was like the focal point up close. It was Christine and Jim, and they were getting ready to go into a pharmacy. And Jim had the
Walking Dead shit going on up in here.
Jim had the radio, and he's just like, we're getting ready to go in. And I was like, and then you heard, roger that. And it was like, all of a sudden something happened, and it was like, red spray, that person dropped, that person dropped, that person dropped. And then Jim and Christine went into the pharmacy, and then the rest was all on Jim. But it was like I was somewhere up on top of a building with my JP. And I remember in the dream looking down at the gun, and it was just like, oh my God, my beautiful JP looked like what you'd expect something that had spent a couple of years in the field protecting your life. I mean, the scope was all fucking scratched up, and the gun had areas that were down to the bare material, but this was still the rifle that was keeping this group, the group of us, alive. And that was just weird. It was just like, then my alarm went off, and I'm like, no!
It was a good dream.
You want to hit the fuck?
I had, the only dream I've had somewhat similar to that, where you're like, you know, special ops or something. Do you remember that movie with Nicolas Cage called The Rock?
Mm-hmm.
I had a dream where I was going in there on the same kind of mission. We go up through the fucking bottoms, you know, the shit tubes or whatever, and we come up through like the shower. And I died in that dream. Everyone else did too. We go up through these pipes, you know, and we come up to the showers. And everything else has a balcony around it, and they've got like 2-3 levels worth of people all just waiting for us.
Oh.
As soon as we get up, we just get doused.
Yeah, you got to deal with an elevated position. You're fucked.
Yeah. Anyhow. Yeah, I wish I could have more of those dreams. Some people get scared of that shit. I'm just entertained. I don't know why. I don't freak out about having bad dreams.
Mike with the last comment says, here again, SH.
You know what? I fucking already forgot what SH is.
Still here.
I wasn't asking you. I was gonna say maybe give me a helping hand, but
Okay.
still here. Yeah, it's already still here. So you know what? You gave me more than a helping hand, asshole.
Hey, well, we get.
You gotta go. We're drunk.
Yeah.
Actually,
Wonder if Sam's here yet for her golf lesson.
actually, I'm feeling pretty good for what we had today. We didn't have too much, but I'm feeling it.
I've had breakfast and alcohol.
Yeah, well, I think alcohol was my breakfast. I can't really tell you anything I've eaten all day. I'm pulling Eric from last week.
Mm.
How was this stuff, though, huh? Well, you better, before we go, you gotta rate the nitro.
Well, I tell you what.
And you should probably rate the whiskey.
What you need to do is you need to bring that back, and we'll do a side-by-side with the Old Cavalier.
Alright, we can do that. You know what? I'll tell you right now, just from, if memory serves correct, I think the Cavalier might have a better taste to it. But I want to say honestly, I think the Blood Oath was way smoother.
Like I said, I got nothing in my brain left to compare.
So what you're saying is you get a buzz?
The blood alcohol is higher. This is only 86 proof.
Yeah. No, the Cavalier is good. I remember drinking it and liking it on many occasions.
Well, at least this many occasions.
But no, this stuff was. I honestly didn't know what to expect, but it surprised me. You just threw up some numbers. I threw a fucking gang sign. I seen you throw up some gang signs. My old job, I used to have to watch for that shit, so I just see it out of the corner of my eyes. I don't know exactly what you put up, but I seen you put fingers up.
I got my rating on that.
On the nitro?
Mm-hmm.
I'm beaming my thoughts towards you.
I'm gonna go with 8.
That's 2 for 2.
Really?
5 and an 8.
Here's the thing. I would love it. It would be a full-fledged 10 if it was stronger.
Yeah.
It's just too weak. It tastes great. It reminds me so much of Boddington's. A little bit lighter and creamier flavor, but very much like Boddington's. And I was telling him before I ever knew he reviewed it, probably even before I knew him, that's one of my favorite drinks of all time just because it's so smooth and good.
Did you ever bust open the container to get the little white pellet out of it?
Yeah. You kind of wanted to see what the hell it was.
Yeah, what the hell does this shit?
But anyways, so you said 8 on that as well. Okay, what about the whiskey? Did you vote that?
No.
All right, well we'll enter this down. You go ahead and vote on that, and we'll get the fuck out of here. You know, when you take it down like a shot, it's got a little bit more bite, but not much. I mean, it does got a bite, but I mean, like, it's like you taste that bite, but then it never hits. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Well, I don't want to pass on a rating right now, but I will throw this out there. When we haven't had 2 different beers, 2 different shots.
Yeah.
When we actually do this and the Old Cavalier just by themselves, undiluted, right now,
so this isn't your real answer. This is because it's been diluted with multiple drinks.
Yeah.
You rather have a comparison, but for right now,
between 1 and 10, I'm kind of feeling an 8 on this.
Well, that's still pretty good for a fucking bourbon because you don't.
Yeah, I'm not really a bourbon person.
Guy.
I like the flavor. I like the kick, and there is that cognac thing. There is a little bit of a weird sweetness in there, but I will admit, mated with this, it kind of has given me a little bit of a
counteractive.
Yeah, I'm thinking it's gonna be higher than that when we just do it by itself. But in all fairness, right now, and again, I'm not a bourbon fan. The best bourbon I've ever had was the Old Cavalier, and like you said, I think the Old Cavalier. If I'm not gonna do a shot of it right now because I really don't wanna.
I really don't want to see any of it again.
I'll give you my vote on it. I'm gonna say a 9 because I know the Cavalier was rated very good. This is, I'm guessing, a bit cheaper, but honestly tastes really good. And
You said 110?
yeah.
It's like $10 more.
Oh, okay. So they're pretty comparable.
Yes.
So I'm thinking the Cavalier might have a little bit better taste, but I'm telling you, surprisingly, it's like you open your mouth and like bam, right away you get sucker punched, but then you're like, all right, here's the burn, and it's not there.
Oh yeah. No, it's pretty smooth. It's pretty smooth for what it is, and for me actually to give a higher rating on a bourbon, because I'm not. I don't know. As of right now, I actually think one of my favorites that we've had so far.
Oh yeah. Well, I've told you I really love Knob Creek, and that was one of their specialties, or one of their side ones. We went through that pretty quick for whiskey.
I do not think I've poured a shot of this
bourbon
without you being here. So
your wife, didn't she dip into that a little bit too?
Yeah,
the first night.
the
First night, I think we did about a third of it.
Yeah, the day after you were over here for a brew review, and they were like, Jesus Christ! And I'm like, this was what the three of us did.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. You, me, and your wife. Yeah, I think we all had 2 or 3. It was good.
Okay, one last time before we check out, I'm hitting the reload button.
Oh, this is gonna be a long video. We're at an hour and a half plus. Yeah, hour 36. Sorry, not sorry that I rambled.
No. Okay, cheers, guys. And again, thanks, Matt, providing the 3 things for a review. I don't know if I never.
Don't worry. I'm in the same boat with you. Like, you know what? It sounded good. It was a fucking Belgian beer, and that's all it was. It was just strong. Didn't have any extra taste. It was a fucking Belgian beer. This, very nice, smooth.
I like that. And I for a bourbon, for an 8, I was impressed. Okay, cheers, and
till next week, boys.
Don't hurt yourself.
Well, maybe 2 weeks. We'll see.
Unless you have a rubber doll. Make sure you use plenty of lube, because what Don would tell you, you want extra lube. Or maybe it was Bob, because Bob had to hear the squeaking
Get
sounds.
caught in the living room. That's all that matters.
It's like